Hi, today I have 3 poses for you, and these 3 poses will help your body feel good. Now we stay at home a lot, and chances are you don't move as much as you usually did, right? So these 3 stretches will help your body feel like it gets a bit of a movement, yeah, and also it get to stretch gently. I will use blocks at times. If you feel like you don't want to use them, you don't have to use them. Shall we get started? The first pose is called triangle pose. It's a great pose to gently stretch the hamstrings. You can lie the first block on its lowest height and the second block on its highest height, just to be safe. If you're not using them, that's okay. Let's step the left foot right next to the block, judging from the angle. The right foot out toward the side. You will position the ankles to be in the same line. The feet will be 90 degrees, yeah? So the right toes are pointing to the side, the left toes are pointing to the front. And I take a deep breath in here with my arms open. When I exhale, my hips will move back. I lean forward and drop my hand onto that high block, and the right arm will be up. Do you feel the stretch in the left hamstrings? Some of you will feel the stretch on the right side of the body here. It's a great stretch here for the side body. And when you sit down a lot, gravity pulls you down, right? And it tends to compress this area between the rib cage and the hip bone. So this is one of the good poses for that. We take a deep breath in here. Can you make sure that your chest is turned slightly upward? That way your shoulders will get the stretch too. It's not a demanding pose, meaning that you don't have to really work hard or engage your muscles until you can't keep a straight face, but you still feel, the stretch while being supported. If you're not using these 2 blocks, you might want to use just one. So the left hand or the left fingers can be on the block on the lowest height or the medium height. When your left hand goes down lower, your right side of the body will get a deeper stretch too. One more breath from here. Okay, now I lift my body up as I breathe in and turn to the other side, yeah? Left toes turn to the side, right toes turn to the back. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, hips move back. If you're using the blocks, you're gonna move the blocks next to the angle. You should know by now how many blocks and which side you want to use. If you're not using the block, another option is to lightly touch the right shin. The left arm can go up. Yeah, you might see some people dropping their right hand all the way down to the floor. That's quite demanding, meaning that you need an experience or a few years of practice, if not more, in order to do that. So let's do a friendly version by dropping the right fingertips down, or you can use the blocks to support your right hand as the left fingertips lift up in the air. One more breath from here. Good work. Doesn't that feel good? Now lift the arms up, upper body up as you breathe in. When you breathe out on the right toes in, bring your hands to the hips, walk your feet closer together, and we will squat down. You can bring your hands to support as you sit down onto your bum. The next pose is a seated pose. We will straighten the right leg out and bend the right knee. The right foot would touch the inner thigh on the left side, and instead of turning your body to the front of the mat, we turn the body to the side of the mat. So the hip can be more open bend, the right knee can pull out a bit until the right foot might not even touch your left thigh entirely. Yeah. Now the left hand, reach out, drop the back of the left hand next to the calf. The right arm goes up. When you exhale, bend your right elbow. The right hand can touch the back of the head as you slide the left fingertips toward the front. You can choose to bend your left elbow. If your left elbow can drop to the floor, that's great. If not, another option is to take a block, drop the elbow onto the block like so, as your right elbow keeps turning up and you feel that stretch. Side stretches are often forgotten. You know, we think about bending forward, like touching your toes, for example. We think about bending backwards. We think about twisting. But a lot of times, side stretches are, your last choice. So that's why I want to make the two poses, the side stretches. One more breath from here. Okay, let's do the other side, shall we? Lift back up, we change our legs. We straighten the right leg instead, and you bend the left knee. Again, the left foot doesn't have to touch the thigh completely. You can choose to use or not use the block. The back of the right hand will be down next to the calf. The left arm goes up. Bend the left elbow, slide the hand away. You can drop the right elbow down if you want. The left elbow can be up. If you are from the flexible camp, you find that you can go a bit further until the right shoulder can come down. And then your right hand can touch the foot. The right hand will be able to touch the foot only if the right shoulder touches the knee, yeah? And then you can use your left hand to hold on to the foot too. But whatever variation you like to take, you stay there. Whether your right elbow is supported by a block or not, whether you're holding on to the foot with one or both of your hands or not. One more breath from here. Good job. Now lift back up as you breathe in, and we straighten the legs and we lie down onto the floor for the last pose. The last pose is called Happy Baby. And oftentimes that also become happy adult. So bend the knees, the bottom of the feet will point up. You reach either from the inside and grab the big toe side of the feet, or you can reach from the outside and grab the little toe side of the feet. Lower the hips. You can bend the elbows and gently nudge a bit until the hips come down, lower to the floor, hold it there. 3 more breaths from here. Last 2. And 1. You can do one more pose, and that's Shavasana, the corpse pose. Let go of your arms, your legs, close your eyes, and simply breathe. And now move your fingers and your toes, reach the arms up, bend your knees, turn your body sideways, and slowly press back up. So those were the 3 poses that you can do, starting from the standing pose, the triangle pose, and then we do it's called Parvata Janusisasana. It's a side stretch, I guess, seated side stretch. And then the last pose is Happy Baby. These are great poses for everyday stretches. Yeah, it will allow your body to feel flexible, movable, and still healthy overall. And when you have time, when you feel like you have the energy, choose another video that will help in a strengthened area too. Something that make you work a little bit harder, something that may allow your muscles to engage. That way you can work on a different dimension of your health. Okay, I'm signing off. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I come back and see you again soon.